Dreamers and planners can often find themselves on a collision course. I'm in New York to meet an up-and-coming musician and her mother, who have very different ideas about how her life should unfold.
Growing up, I wanted to be a famous musician on stage, and that dream didn't have a husband attached to it.
Your job is untraditional.
Yeah, I make urban dance music. I'm embarking on making my first album. Marriage, it's not a top priority. I don't feel like that defines who I am as a woman and as a human. You know, we have this way of thinking, you know, we have to meet the one. And if we don't meet the one, you know, what are we here for? Do you know what I mean?
I think this has existed for a long time, these societal pressures that someday my prince will come, et cetera, and that you aren't a fully formed person without a partner. And I know that's something that you really reject.
Yeah, my mom, you know, she really wants that life for me. Go to school, get married, buy a house, have kids. The American dream. My mom, just growing up, she loved a plan. I don't necessarily have a set plan.
Let's talk about Maluka and the difference between sort of how you all are living your lives.
For me, it was marriage and children. Maluka is more of a free spirit. When she shared that she wanted to pursue a singing career, I was not happy. If you don't have a practical plan, it makes life much more difficult.
Does that create some tension?
Absolutely. We fought a lot, we argued a lot, yelled at each other, hung up the phone on each other.
That must have been really painful.
It was excruciating because I wanted her to do it my way. I'd love for her to be married, and I'd love to have a big wedding and a grandchild. Can I ask for that too?
When you think about your timeline, what does that look like?
I really want to focus on my wellness. I want to focus on my career, possibly be unmarried. I want to be breastfeeding on the cover of Rolling Stone. There's been a lot of disappointment, I suppose. I want to make my mom happy, but as opposed to, you know, other generations, I choose my purpose.
There's often a disconnect between dreams and expectations, but could seeing the difference lead to greater understanding?
This is overwhelming. Wow. This is next.
Or you hope the big wedding is next?
Yes.
We'll see.
You see, you have to follow the order.
Having a dream and being unapologetic and love are things that like will never shift.
Door.
Right. I want to be emotionally stable and spiritually stable before I embark on like marriage and kids. Now that my thoughts are like laid out like this, maybe you can understand better like where I'm coming from, because it is kind of a plan, you know?
It's a fluid plan. It's a bold plan. I think it's great.
You forged a way for me to have all this stuff. I can have many dreams.
Pursuing a less linear timeline may seem unconventional, but as Maluka and Liz have discovered, dreams can be realized, even if there are twists and turns along the way.